It's very difficult for me to say where ideas for my films come from. I mean, it's always a different thing. I mean, sometimes it's a character. It can even be a title. It could be an image. It could be it can be a conceptual thing, conceit, and anything can be the sort of the seed crystal around which everything else accumulates.
David has an unexpurgated fascination with what is dark about the soul. The balance of nature, as Goethe called Mephistopheles. Not just, he doesn't do warm and fuzzy well, David, you know?
As I've gradually come to realize, for me, the body is the first fact of human existence for me. And so my imagery tends to be very body-oriented. My narratives tend to be very body-oriented. And I think I'm interested in transformation as well, but not in a sort of a very abstract spiritual sense, or at least not at first, but in a very physical sense.
Working with David, like most great directors, he gives you such an incredible setup. You aren't conscious of that traditional work that people think of, the traditional relationship between an actor and a director, of him pulling you aside and giving you ways to do line readings or think about emotional changes or what your motivations are, all those psychological ways of working. That wasn't an issue so much because everything is there for you. He sees very specifically what your costume's going to look like. The world is very specific. He's already got the Bioport gun designed. He just hands you a lot of toys and then lets you do what you do and keeps you on track.
David has really kind of evolved into his own genre. It used to be sci-fi / horror, and since he started that kind of development for himself, over the years he's had his own evolution as a filmmaker, and now I think he's doing a genre that's his alone.
I've always assumed that because filmmaking is a very personal, physical act for me, there will be enough of me in the film to justify its inclusion in my work, and I just don't want to think and can't think in terms of, would this be good for my career even. I never really worried about any of my films in that sense. They always present challenges to you that you have not had before. Even if you remade your own movie, it would not be the same movie. It would be something else.